Live from Studio B and KPRC2. Houston Life starts now.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Houston Life. It is Friday, April 15th. I'm Courtney Savala, joined by
Courtney Zubelski, the other Courtney Z. We're finally together.
I know, and it's been such a long time. We're going to have a proper catch-up, but it's great to see you here for Derek today. And today on Houston Life, this is Holy Week. I sit down with Cardinal Daniel DiNardo for an exclusive interview.
Plus, we want to make you $1,000 richer. We're spinning for you to win big on the Houston Life prize wheel.
And then Houston soul group, the Sufferers, join our HTown Sit Down to chat about the wounds inspiring their powerful new song. Can't wait to hear them.
No, me too. And speaking of music, Lauren Kelly is catching up with a pop icon. Hey, Lauren.
Courtney's. I knew you said you both wanted to marry him. We are catching up with pop icon Donnie Osmond. He is chatting all about his legendary career, including his favorite memories of Houston and where you can catch him performing live. But for now, back to my two favorite CZs.
Thank you, LK. Appreciate it. Before we get to all of that, let's get a look at our forecast we're all thinking about this weekend.
Yes, we need good weather for some Easter egg hunts. Hey, Frank, how you doing?
Look at you. C squared, Z squared. Equals fun squared.
You bet.
It. I love Courtney. You know, it's Courtney Zubowski's parents live across the street from me.
I know.
And have for 25 years.
A long time. Are you having an Easter egg hunt with them?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've done a few pajama parties with them, actually.
Oh, whoa. I want to go to those.
We can go on and on and on and on and on. All right, a quick check of your weather. Cloudy skies out there. We've seen a few quick little drizzly showers, but nothing to interrupt the day. And it's warm. 82, 84, 78 down on the island. You can see those showers, especially on the west side. A quick look at the Futurecast shows anything that we have out there is going to be on the light side. And by that, less than 1/10 of an inch of rain. And you can see it's out of here by 9, 10 o'clock. Not to say we won't see a rain-free weekend. I'll detail that coming up. By the way, my blog today, some extraordinary Easter info. You can go to clicktohouston.com/weather, or you can scan that QR code that I put there, and that'll take you straight to my blog. Just use your phone and scan away. In the meantime, more weather straight ahead. Good to see you, C squared, Z squared.
I know, it's fun. All right, Frank, thanks so much. We'll see you in just a little bit. Well, it is so good to see you. I mean, like in the building a couple times we have passed each other, and then in the field for many years we were on scenes together. So longtime reporter in the Houston market.
Yes, I know. We're usually talking to each other in front of yellow tape. So
Right.
It's nice to be not only inside, but in a happy setting as well.
I know.
Yes.
And we spent some time earlier catching up just a little bit about our kids and the boys. And this is a big weekend. You have a lot of plans this weekend?
Yes, lots of plans. Passover starts this evening, and at 6:30, I'm going to have 40 people in my house. So,
How are you going to get that together?
I'll be honest, I'm a little stressed out right now. Okay?
Right?
I'm stressing, but it'll be good. It'll be good. My mom's there right now, holding down the fort.
Yeah, well, I have a feeling she's going to handle it all
Yes,
perfectly.
yes.
And then I think we have a photo of your boys, right? Was this a recent photo that
Yes,
we have?
well, you know, it's springtime, so you know, we're
Yes.
getting out, doing some fun
Oh.
things. That's Jagger and Decker. Decker is not happy in that picture, but you know, when you scroll through your phone, there's not much you can find sometimes.
Right.
But yes, and that's them. As the weather gets better, you know, hitting the pool.
It's so much fun. And their ages again, tell me?
4 and 5.
Oh my gosh, so
Yes.
sweet. It's so cute. My boys, I don't know if your boys do this all the time too, but they'll, Mom, another picture? You know, mine are 14 and 10. But then the other thing I get is, you're not going to put that on the show, are you? That's
Oh,
what they
okay. My 5-year-old says, "Are you going to text that to me?" I'm like, "Wait, really? Am I going to text that to you?" I guess he hears, you know,
That's sweet.
the older people saying that.
That is so sweet. Well, we have a big, busy weekend too for Easter weekend, but tomorrow's Orlando, my husband. It's his birthday.
Yes, yes.
So happy birthday Eve, babe. Got lots of plans for, you know, the weekend, a brunch and a dinner and all kinds of stuff. So should be a fun weekend for
Very
everybody.
fun weekend. Lots of celebrations.
Can't wait to eat all my chocolate that's coming to me on Sunday. Okay, so I have to tell you, and a mom of 2 young ones, I saw this headline and it stopped me in my tracks, and I had to watch the video because it really stressed me out. Have you heard about this? It's on Netflix and it's called Old Enough, and it's actually streaming in Japan, and it follows these little kids, toddlers, where they go and do kind of like everyday errands. I mean, look at the freeway. They go to the store, they get on public transportation, and they're followed. They complete all of these tasks to do simple errands, like at 3 years old.
I don't know how I would handle that. I can't even let them go in the front yard without watching them.
Same.
It's just scary. But I mean, I guess it's the culture. It's the a different, you know, town, obviously. I mean, I couldn't handle it.
Okay, so see this. I think the flag might be part of it to show maybe that he's alone and someone's watching him, but he has this, errand that he's running, going to get something, and then will go home and completes the task. I mean, I don't even think, I don't know, 2 and 3 years old,
No,
3 years old, 4 years old?
No, I
right?
couldn't. No, thank you. No,
Major
not for me.
stress. Major
not for
stress.
me. No.
Check it out, though, because the whole time I watched it, I literally had major anxiety watching it.
I don't watch it before you go to bed because you'll probably have anxiety all night. You'll be up all night.
I know. Oh, my gosh, so crazy. Anyway, leave it to Netflix to show us that, right?
Right, exactly. Thank you, Netflix. Well, of course, a lot of Easter stuff going on. And so if you're hunting for some Easter fun, you're obviously going to have a lot of different things to do. There's a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got really fun things. Here we go on the screen. There is a full guide on click2houston.com to take you throughout the city of different areas. George Ranch is always a really fun place to go in Richmond because, you just kind of run free. You don't have to worry about your kid getting on public transportation to go on an Easter egg hunt.
I'm going to go run an errand for you. Smith Ranch in Katy, Jesse H. Jones Park and Nature Center in Humble, Lone Star Flight Museum in Houston, and
the Woodlands Children's Museum as well. So all kinds of great stuff. Again, that full list is over there on click2houston.com. So all kinds of really fun stuff. And I believe we have our question of the day. Lauren Kelly is standing by with that. Hey, girl.
I'm so excited that they did not get any pictures or find any photos of me from back in the day, like in this bunny costume. I kind of hid that away from everyone. But
come on, you gotta show it.
Maybe later offline. We want to hear from you guys, from blue bonnets to bunnies. We want you to send us your best springtime photos. And of course, you have delivered. We've already got some great ones coming in. There's one from Gail, great grandkids decorating Easter egg tree. That's such a cute idea, an Easter egg tree. I love it, Gail. Wonderful photo. And oh my goodness, her first Easter. I need to know this sweet baby's name, that smile. Oh my gosh. And Mark says, my Harley, fat boy in a field of Texas wildflowers. I love it. I love that one, Mark. And Sabrina, there's a photo of her 2 little ones. One is very happy and one looks very unhappy. Who doesn't have a photo of their kids screaming, crying, and running away from the Easter Bunny? I secretly love those. Head over to Houston Live's Facebook page and join the conversation. We will share more of your comments and pictures a little bit later on. Courtney's, do you have any photos in blue bonnets or with the Easter egg bunny?
I know, the boys definitely, we did the blue bonnets. I wonder if I could, twist their arms and do that again at 14 and 10.
Yeah,
better hurry.
That one.
I know. All right, Lauren, we'll see you in just a little bit.
Sounds
Can't
good.
wait to hear about your story coming up today. Donnie Osmond.
Yes.
I wanted to marry him. I did.
There's a chance, Courtney.
I know. Okay, so we'll catch up with you in just a little bit. We have some exciting news to share now, and this is really great for us because we are talking about Emily Barr, and this is a wonderful shout out for our company here. Last night in New York, Emily, who was the former Graham Media Group president and CEO, she was welcomed into the Broadcasting and Cable Hall of Fame, which is really incredible.
That is a big deal.
Beautiful feat. There she is there accepting her award. Also on hand for other inductees, Savannah Guthrie, Hoda Kotb from the Today Show. So it was lovely to see that. We loved when Emily was part of the company for the last 10 years, and incredible. We still love our company, but it was just really great to see her, and what a great honor that is for her as well.
Yes, congratulations to Emily Barr.
Absolutely. All right, well, still ahead, I sit down with Cardinal DiNardo. Thousands return to the Catholic Church this weekend, perhaps for the first time since the beginning of the pandemic, and what you can expect.
And Houston supergroup The Sufferers join us for our HTown Sit Down, and they share how they are reinventing themselves with their new album. Houston Life will be right back. Welcome back to Houston Life. It's time for our HTown Sit Down.
Yeah, let's meet today's guests. Led by charismatic singer Cam Franklin, the 8-piece Gulf Coast soul band The Sufferers have been gaining critical acclaim since starting in Houston in 2011. Known for their uplifting mix of rhythms and poignant lyrics, the group is entering a new phase in their career and just announced the release of their 3rd album, It Starts With Love. Let's welcome The Sufferers to our HTown Sit Down. Come on out, Cam Franklin, Kevin Bernier, and Nick Zamora, The Sufferers. What's up, guys? How are you? It's so good to see you.
Hello, Courtney.
How are you? Yes.
Hello.
Come on in, sit down. It's so great to see y'all. So glad you're here.
Thank you for having us.
So, what's been going on?
Well, we just completed our third album.
Congratulations.
Thank you, and that will be out June 3rd. And we just dropped a new single called Don't Bother Me and a music video. And we also released a single called How Do We Heal? And there's just been a lot happening. We had a really great South by Southwest in Austin, and now we're getting ready to go back out on the road.
And what I love is that you've been very familiar to the Houston area for a long time, and then you went international, but you always have roots in Houston, and this next album is about Houston.
Yes, I feel like every album we will ever make will definitely be about Houston in some kind of way. But more than anything, this album is very much so about surviving as a band in Houston, from Houston, while touring around the world and everything that comes with that. The highs, the lows, the just shocking things that happen on the road, and how we push through together for our love for what we do and one another as a band and as a unit.
I think that is so important. And Kevin, let's keep going on that theme, because we're in the pandemic. The last time I think we saw you performed in your house, right? I mean, all of these things,
Sequin
as we
Sanctuary.
know, and this is your livelihood. So what did you learn, not only about yourself, but the band going through something like this, the pandemic, and trying to keep it all together?
One of the things that was surprising to me, not just about us as a band, but all the other bands, is just all the creative ways that people came up with, just trying to keep things going.
Right.
I mean, there were a ton of different bands. Some of those bands were some of my favorite bands, bigger bands than us, and they were just doing the live stream thing, and they were just doing what they can. Yeah. And it really shows you just how important, how much of this is our livelihood,
right,
at any level, and how this pandemic, it really hit a lot of people, pretty much across the entire economic spectrum.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways, including the so-called big rock stars. They had to make do and just figure something out, And the pandemic also wasn't the only thing that happened in 2020. 2020 was a very, very, very loaded year in a lot of ways, So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nick, Don't Bother Me is a single, and this is really an anthem for empowerment.
Yeah. I mean, it's something. Cam is kind of behind all the lyrical content of the music, but we, as we develop songs and as they kind of come together, we kind of all get on the same page as far as what we're trying to say with the album, in order to have something that kind of expresses that in both musically and lyrically. And this is one, it's interesting that we're releasing it just after having 2 years off, but we went from this place where we were kind of almost starting to develop a little weird anxieties and stuff about we'd go out and be signing records at some of the shows, when we were opening for Thievery Corporation. There would be masses of people, and so all of a sudden we're starting to look for privacy and look for ways to just focus on us without the music and stuff, and then 2020 ripped the rug out from under us, and everybody kind of went through withdrawal on that. So now it's interesting to me kind of to think about where we were when that song came together, and thinking just it was this barrage to go into this place where it was we were it's missing each other. I mean, we've been on the road together for a long time, and so the breaks are breaks from each other. We love each other. We couldn't do it if we couldn't get along, but all of a sudden it's your family is gone,
where's my people?
Yeah, it's weird, so.
Well, in the midst of all this, we were looking at the latest video, and we've got to talk about it, because when I saw you in the hallway, Cam, I was like, I love the sheet masks, because we're all living our best sheet mask life over the last 2 years, right? So where was this video shot?
This video was actually shot at my house in Houston, and it was directed by my good friend Jordan Renee and Matthew Hayes, who's also from Houston but now lives in Brooklyn, New York, and it was exclusively Jordan's concept. It was honestly, it all came together so quickly and was done so well. One of the smoothest sets we've ever been on, a mostly female run set. And, you know, it was really fun to get to just be around so many people that I love, but also to be directed by two directors that I respect who have done such incredible work. Jordan, who has done a lot of work with Nike, and Matthew, who's done a lot of work with a lot of artists that we respect, Toro y Moi being one of them. But it was just a really big opportunity for us to kind of just show a little bit more range and have fun. And my aunt stepped in to play the role of my mom because my mom had surgery recently. So it was just a family affair. And really,
Cam made her caldo de pollo. With,
yes,
like,
I was catering. So sequencing.
So like the break, this thing was like cooking the whole time we're doing.
My word, I love it.
It takes a village, y'all. It takes a village.
We're talking about all this. Where can we get this album? Is this pre-order sale?
Yes, there is currently a pre-save and pre-order that the fastest way you can get it is through our website, thesuffers.com. But there will be a vinyl link that will be appearing very, very soon for people to pre-order that, and the record comes out June 3rd.
Oh, we're so excited.
Yes.
Plus the tour is coming. Listen, in a time when I think people are so excited to get out, music provides something for our soul. It connects people to memories. It connects people to each other. It's so important to come out and see the shows, right?
Yes, it really is. So I thank y'all for having us, because I think supporting local music is something that really is not being shined on enough, and we really appreciate y'all for continuing to do that, and y'all have always done that. But you know, it's just an opportunity for us to share this type of sonic healing with people that, you know, haven't gotten it in 2 years. You know,
you are so right.
You can listen to records at home, but going to a show and actually hearing the horns, hearing, you know, Kevin wailing on the guitar, all of us doing our thing, you know, it's just a very different thing to be a part of.
Absolutely. Okay, don't go anywhere. Cam, Kevin, and Nick, you guys are going to perform for us live here in studio. We're looking forward to that coming up. It's great to catch up with you.
Thank you.
And so congratulations on the new album as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And if you would like to connect with the Sufferers, we've shared a link on the Scene on Houston Life section of our website.
And from one of our local favorite bands to one of our favorite pop icons, Lauren Kelly is heading down memory lane with a legendary entertainer. Hi, Lauren.
Hey, Courtney. Coming up, I am chatting with the one and only
Donnie Osmond. A look back at his lengthy career and his favorite memories of performing right here in Houston. That is when Houston Life returns. With a career that spans over 6 decades, Donnie Osmond and his family became a household name in the 70s and have remained in the spotlight ever since. Now the pop icon is chatting with me all about his first ever solo residency in Las Vegas and his special memories of performing at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo in the 70s.
Entertainer, dancer, TV host. What have you been up to?
I have launched my own show here in Las Vegas. So COVID was an interesting time for me because it enabled me to really focus on getting my album ready. It's my 65th album. But it also enabled me to...
Hold on.
Yeah.
65th? You have 65 albums?
Yeah. Elvis still has the record. I think Frank Zappa, but only by a couple. I think I got to beat him by the time I'm done. But it enabled me to finish that album and also produce my new show here in Las Vegas. And it's been a whirlwind ride, I tell you, to put this show together. Raj Kapoor, I don't know if that name means anything to you, but he is the one behind the Grammys, the Oscars, the Emmys. He produces that whole thing. Well, he was the creative director on this show. We tried to put 60 years of show business into a 90-minute show. And I called him up, Laura, and I said, what do you think if I did kind of like Hamilton? I did a rap about my life. He starts laughing. He said, Donnie, I would pay money to watch Donnie Osmond rap. So it has become a fan favorite when I do this little rap. I'll give you a little bit of it. It's like,
okay, yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah.
Okay. It all began back in Utah. I was 4 years old, started singing with my brothers, and the sound was like gold. So my folks took a leap and said, what the hey, we got to get these monsters out to California. And it gets faster and faster. 10
Donnie!
minutes long. 10 minutes. And everything I talk about is on the screen. So it's like my whole life in 10 minutes.
You know, Houston rodeo season just ended last month, and we went through some of the lineups. You and your family performed here for a few years. Do you have any memories? I'm not going to ask you specifically, like it was 75, 77, 78, and 79. But do you have any memories of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo performance?
I remember performing at Houston the Astrodome back when that was being used, and the place was just completely packed. One of the most exciting shows I've ever done, because the whole place was just electric. I mean, the audience was ready for the show. We were ready, and it was amazing. They even let me ride a bull.
Donnie, we're so happy for you. We're going to put a link up at HoustonLife.tv for any fans that are making the trip out there this summer. It's going to be a perfect time to go and check it out. We're big fans here at Houston Life of yours. And the next time you come here to Houston, please stop by the studio. We'd love to have you in.
I'll do it. Thanks, Lauren. Good to talk to you.
Can we just recap a rapping Donnie Osmond? Courtney! I think it's time for a girl's trip. Courtney, you're losing your mind. You were a big fan of his.
Listen, I wanted to be Marie Osmond. Weirdly, I wanted to marry Donnie as Courtney, not Marie. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I loved him.
He's
I had
so
the Barbie
sweet.
dolls. I had the Marie doll and the Donnie, and I wanted to marry Donnie.
I mean,
I did.
Let me tell you, his career, 65 albums later.
Unbelievable.
He's still rocking it. This is his first solo residency without Marie in Vegas. It's at Harrah's, and I'm telling you, we need to plan a trip to go out there and see him because it looks like such a fun and interactive show.
Listen, Mom, I know you're watching. I'm planning it. We're going. Aunt Rob, we're all going. We're all going to be in purple. We're going to Vegas to see Donnie. Okay? It's going to happen.
It's planned. Write it down. It's done.
Lauren, that was amazing. I'm so glad you got a chance to chat with him, and how fun that he played here. He remembered it, right?
Absolutely remembered it and remembered the Astrodome.
Yes.
Really cool to reminisce with him. That was
so
fun.
cool,
Yeah.
Lauren. Thanks so much.
Sure.
Super fun. More info, of course, on HoustonLife.tv. Well, coming up, Cardinal DiNardo, I sat down with him and visited him at the church offices. We chat about Easter, life in the pandemic, and he shares a message that really anyone can relate to. Plus, we're going to have the prize wheel, and we're going to get a check of your Easter weekend forecast. Houston Life will be right back. Well, welcome back to Houston Life on this Friday. It's Courtney and Courtney. Courtney Zubowski's filling in for Derek today, who's off. It's great to have you here
It's
today.
great to be here, and it's easy. If I forget your name, I know it.
Hey.
Not that I would. We've known each other for a long time. Well, let's get to more of your responses to our question of the day. Earlier, we asked, from bluebonnets to bunnies, send us your best springtime photos, and there we have one from Donna. I love this. Not mine, but my favorite. If you can see there, she is sitting in front of bluebonnet butter. Hey, if you can't find the bluebonnets, just go to the grocery store.
Yes, it's perfect. I love how she's just sitting there casually. It's great. Cindy writes in and sends this photo. It's a throwback to 1966, me and my dad. Cindy, that is precious.
That is very sweet. I would like to see a today photo of her too, maybe
Right?
with her children, or just something sweet like
so
that.
sweet.
Adriana, I feel you, Adriana.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
We're all feeling it. One day we're going to get through this together, but that is a perfect springtime photo for Houston. We need that pollen to get out of here. All right, let's check in with Keith, Christine, and Frank for a look at what they have coming up at 4 o'clock. Hi, guys. Happy Friday.
Hi.
Happy Friday.
Fingers crossed. Hopefully the pollen will be out of here
I know.
soon, Frank.
Nope.
No? Okay. We'll have to cross
Simple
the fingers,
answer.
cross the fingers a little harder.
Hey, I have a memory to share.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm 7 or 8, and it rained on Easter, so my mother hid the Easter eggs inside the house. We didn't find all of them.
Uh-huh.
They started to smell about 3 weeks later.
Oh, yeah.
I've never forgotten it.
cushions.
So and happy Passover, Courtney Z. The other on the left, yeah. Tell your folks I said hi.
I will.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a muggy weekend.
Okay.
But don't cancel any plans, by the way, for sure. Take a look. Cloudy skies out there. We've had a sprinkle on the windshield has been about it. 78, 82, 84. In Sugar Land, Galveston is at 79. Walking the dog, Brutus, look at that guy. I know, isn't he cute? 80 degrees. It's going to be a nice dog walk. Don't worry about that, whatever you have planned this evening. There are a few showers out on the west side, and my forecast initializes those pretty well, the west side showers. So you'll notice they all really disappear by 7 o'clock tonight. So it's going to be a fairly rain-free night. And Saturday, maybe a quick little sprinkle here and there, but this is 10 in the morning. Clouds and warming up, but I don't see much in the way of rain. And most of Sunday is rain-free. We may again get a little sprinkle. You see that green dot out toward the Brenham area, but this front coming in, that is going to be an overnight event. This is 10 o'clock at night. So there's a chance of rain for Sunday, but it doesn't happen, it looks like, until later on. We'll go over that coming up in Maine weather coming up at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, this rip current risk is back with us. It was here yesterday. It's here again today. It's from Bolivar right on down through Galveston, Surfside, all the way down toward Matagorda and Palacios. So I think it's going to be with us all weekend. So if you're going to the beach, please be aware of that and be very careful, any swimmers out there. So Easter weekend, not bad, that's for sure. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, warm and humid for Saturday. It does warm up. We have this southwest flow ahead of this front on Saturday and especially Sunday, so that's why we're going to warm up. But we do have a cold front coming. We'll talk about how long it lasts for us coming up also at 4 o'clock. Happy Easter.
Happy
Yes,
Easter. Very
indeed,
good,
indeed.
Frank. We'll talk to you in a bit. And here's what else is coming up. Cast at 4 o'clock today. New developments in the gridlock that has plagued various border crossings from Mexico into Texas. We are monitoring a news conference by Governor Greg Abbott, who is announcing a deal with a third Mexican state to improve border security in exchange for the removal of secondary DPS inspections of commercial trucks.
Some important changes could be coming to your 401k plans. Congress is looking at ways to overhaul the system, how it could impact you, and the good news if you're working a part-time job.
And if you know anybody with allergies, or perhaps you suffer from them yourself, you know that it's been a tough stretch lately. Coming up at 4 o'clock, what you're doing that could actually be making those allergies worse. So a lot to cover at 4 o'clock, you two.
I always love the allergy video. I just kind of giggle a little bit because, like, who signed up for that? You know what I mean?
And is it real? You know, are they just faking it, or are they really, like, you know,
I don't
going up
know.
there?
It always makes me giggle. Allergy season, not so much, though.
No.
No.
All right, guys. We'll see you at the top of the hour. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Well, Courtney, you have a Houston Life exclusive.
Yes, very excited about this. I sat down recently with Cardinal DiNardo. He's getting ready to welcome people back to the Catholic Church after a difficult 2 years of the pandemic. First of all, Cardinal, thank you so much for your time today. And this is such a special day, not only today being Holy Friday, a Good Friday, but Holy Week. And this is such an important time for the Catholic community. And explain that to our viewers.
Sure. It's great to be here today. Thank you very much, Courtney, for this. Well, Good Friday is the center of what we call the Holy Triduum, or the sacred 3 days, from Thursday night till Sunday, in which we celebrate Jesus' death and resurrection. For us, that's the core of our faith, core of our identity. And on Good Friday, we remember in a sorrowful but triumphant way Jesus' death on the cross. There's a beautiful liturgical service where, after reading the Passion narrative according to the Gospel of John, people come forward and kiss and venerate the cross. This is a sign of gratitude and thanksgiving for what Jesus has done for us. So that happens today. I must say tomorrow, although not as many Catholics may go to it, is the big liturgy of the entire year, the Easter Vigil, where we bless the new fire, the new Easter candle. We baptize new members. I'm very glad to report the church in Galveston, Houston will bring in 1,000 newly baptized people on Saturday night. So it's a great time for us. And it shows us that Jesus' resurrection is not meant just for himself. It is, but it's also meant for us to share in. And the way we share in is baptism, confirmation, and then living a Christian life that he gave us by his death and resurrection. So it's a great time for us, and it's a great time this year for us, Courtney, because as you know, the last 2 years, the COVID-19 has been playing tricks with anyone who tries to go to church. And 2 years ago, I recall, our Holy Week was done at the cathedral next door with 5 people in it because it was pretty well closed. But last year we saw things picking up. And I have to say this year, priests have reported to me that the numbers are just about reaching 2019 levels, which we're very pleased to see, that people are less afraid to come to church. So that's good.
Yeah, it's very good. I've seen that in my own parish where the numbers were kind of the overflow during the season, which is always really great. I do have to say, Cardinal, you know, just given the time where we are right now and to see people being comfortable to come back and to come to Mass and gather together, it also kind of has that symbolic kind of tone to it during this Lenten Easter season.
Well, it does that. You regroup from any death themes to resurrection. It's a new life that happens when you come together and gather as people, some of whom you haven't seen, except maybe on Skype or something. And so that's very good. It's really good for our parishes. The only way we can really worship together is being together in person. So I've enjoyed that. And we're particularly interested in this year because we're about to celebrate 175 years as a diocese. We were founded in 1847. And so it's going to be a great year coming up in which we celebrate that event. We're an odd archdiocese, Courtney, that we have two cathedrals. The original in Galveston, which is still active, St. Mary's, and then the one here in Houston, Sacred Heart Co-Cathedral. And being very important to me, I go to both of them. If I don't go to the one in Galveston, they won't talk to me anymore. So I got to make sure I also go to the one in Galveston.
And you're going to be celebrating Mass there on Easter Sunday, right?
Easter Sunday, I'll be in Galveston. On Saturday night, tomorrow night, I will be in Houston here at Sacred Heart. But I always go on Easter Sunday to the original cathedral, to St. Mary's in Galveston. And you know who comes a lot? People getting off the ships.
Oh, yeah.
So we get, yes.
Oh, that's lovely. Well, you know, as we begin this beautiful celebration, I would imagine we're going to see different things throughout the remainder of the year, right?
Right, we will. There'll be some events for historical pictures of things that went on in Galveston. We'll find some way, even as we've been through a terrible time for many people this past 2 years. Yeah. I think we'll do some reminder of the terrible 1900 storm that hit Galveston. Yeah. That's part of our tradition and history too. And the great growth in our archdiocese, because every nation on earth has now come to Houston, it seems. And we have Mass in 15 languages on weekends, but the people speak about 85 languages and they come to church. I just did a confirmation, Courtney, in which, I guess it was about 90 young people. But I could, as they come forward, say, good grief. This, that nation, this nation, they were all there. I think that's beautiful.
It really is.
We can say, yes, every nation can come and find Christ in the church, and that's great.
It's a lovely and a beautiful story as well. You know, Cardinal, I think too, you know, sitting here with you today is special for me, but I think people, not only in Houston, around the world, are grieving, right? There are so many horrible things going on, and I think people are just reaching out and trying to find the message, the positivity, and I think that's evident into what we're seeing this year with the families and people coming back to Mass and wanting to kind of find that closeness.
Yes, I think that's very true. I think Pope Francis says it well when he says we have to learn to accompany each other. There is great growth, there is great grace in discovering the Lord as we journey together, and coming back together in the midst of what has been some really tough times is a great sign of hope. So yes, and I want to tell everybody, please come.
Lovely, Cardinal. Thank you so much. This was such a great conversation.
And have a blessed Easter.
You do the same.
Thank you.
And we appreciate your time. Please come, as you heard him say.
Yes.
Galveston Cathedral is where you're going to find Cardinal DiNardo for Easter Sunday Mass at 11 a.m. and Easter Mass at the Co-Cathedral downtown, 11 a.m. With Bishop Del Oro. So also check our website, HoustonLife.tv, for more information there. It was a nice visit with him.
Nice visit and wonderful interview. I loved watching that.
Thank you.
Well, still to come, a soulful live performance from show-stopping local group The Sufferers.
Can't wait for that. And next, guess what? It's time to spin the Houston Life prize wheel. Could you be the next $1,000 winner? Stay tuned to find out. We're cueing the music. We got our feather boas. I know, party time. It's finally Friday, and the day is all about to get even better for one lucky viewer as we spin the Houston Life prize wheel. Each week, we give away some pretty sweet prizes like gift cards and even $1,000.
And today, we're spinning for Amanda Weezy, who is joining us live via Zoom from Dickinson, Texas. Hey, Amanda. All I have to say is you can keep yourself busy. You are a nurse and a mom of 2. Whoa, how do you do it?
You try to get as much sleep as you can and just keep going.
That is right. That is very good advice. And you're also a nurse, and I can imagine that has been a wild ride over these last couple years.
It sure has, but I'm blessed to have some wonderful coworkers that we've gotten together and made it through. And without the staff and coworkers that I have, we would have all fallen apart. So we're very blessed.
Yes, yes, you are. And you are blessed with 2 beautiful children, 3-year-old Carrie Beth and 5-year-old Matt Ryan. And as I understand it, someone woke up a little early from their nap, huh?
She did. So hopefully she doesn't intervene, but she might come and try to spin the wheel herself if we're not careful.
I love that. And the bluebonnet pick, if we were just talking about this for our springtime photos, this is perfect timing. We know you and your husband, Matt, and the kids are big fans of Disney World as well. Any plans to get out there this summer?
No, we probably won't be back till our 10-year wedding anniversary.
Okay.
But hey, we still got about 3 years, but save up and make it memorable.
There we go. I like that. Absolutely.
Yes. And Amanda, we have a big weekend coming up, Easter. Any plans for Sunday with the kiddos?
Well, there will be several Easter hunts at home and at church, at Nana and Grandpa's, and we'll have a really good time spending time with family and celebrating. So
well, that is so great. And let's give you another reason to celebrate. I think, Courtney, it's time to spin a reel.
All right.
Amanda, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Big money, big money.
See what she got.
Oh, awesome.
Ooh.
It's the Landry's prize pack. This is going to be fantastic for the whole family.
Congratulations.
That is so great. Congratulations. Happy Easter weekend. And, and we've got a visitor. Oh my gosh, Carrie Beth. Beautiful. She looks great after her nap.
Yes, my children don't look like that after getting up from a nap. She knows she's on. She's on.
Exactly. Amanda, congratulations. It's great to see you, Carrie Beth. Can't wait to see what the Easter Bunny brings you. And Amanda, our producers, will be in touch with you shortly. Thanks again for being an insider.
Thank you. Happy Easter, everyone.
Same to you. And if you would like your chance to spin to win live on the show, all you have to do is join our KPRC2 Insider program. Just visit click2houston.com/insider to sign up. It's all for free.
Coming up, get ready for Cam Franklin's hair-raising vocals, y'all, because the Gulf Coast soul powerhouse, the Suffers, are performing live in studio. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Now it is time for some music.
The Suffers are back to perform their new release, How Do We Heal?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Alton, Philando, Trayvon to me. We love you, we miss you, we wish you were here. Shalina, Sandra, Brianna, Corinne. We'll say your names till we get to see you again. I can't safe in my own home. Can't put no hoodie on when it gets cold. A new threat every day. No big wow. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel now. So how do we heal from this? How do we heal when they keep on breaking us like we can't feel? We've all been shouting out since Emmett Till. How do we heal from this? How do we heal? Alton, Philando, Trayvon to me. We love you, we miss you, we wish you were here. Shalina, Sandra, Brianna, Corinne. We're saying names till we get to see you again. I can't feel safe in my own home. Can't put no hoodie on when it gets cold. A new threat every day. No big wow. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel now. So how do we heal from this? How do we heal when they keep on breaking us like we can't feel? We've all been shouting out since Emmett Till. How do we heal from this? How do we heal? Say their names, who say their names, who say their names, who say their names, say their names, say their names, say their names, who say their names, who say their names, who say their names, say their names, say their names. How do we heal from this? How do we heal when they keep on breaking us like we can't feel? We've all been shouting out since Emmett Till. How do we heal from this? How do we heal?
Woo, the Sufferers, Cam, Kevin, Nick, wow, what an amazing performance, powerful lyrics. I can only imagine what this process was like for y'all to write this song, to get the music to it. Is it therapeutic too to sing it?
Every time. Every time I feel like it's a new form of release, and honestly, just from the initial release, it was like just a whole weight being lifted, because singing about social justice issues and just inequity and racism and systemic oppression is terrifying and scary. And you know, we hear all of these things about the leaders that came before us and how brave they were and how, you know, influential they were, but you know, we rarely hear about how terrifying it was the entire time that they were doing the things. But I also remind myself that, you know, they did what they did so that we can do what we do, right? And I think it's imperative for every generation to talk about the issues that are impacting them. Otherwise, people won't know what's going on. And so I'm grateful that we get to do it through the form of song so that maybe it gets heard by the masses.
Well, thank you for speaking and talking about it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, of course, for being here. The
Thank
Sufferers,
you.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for having us.
Powerful.
Thank you.
And a reminder that the Sufferers, the third album will be out. It starts with Love, out on June 3rd and is now available for pre-order.
That is right. If you'd like to do so, we do have a link up on the Scene on Houston Life section of our website. Thanks again for coming in, guys.
Thank y'all so much.
Great to see you.
Thank you.
After the break, a look at what's coming up on Monday's show as we get ready to head out to the Juice Box.
That's right. Houston Life. We'll be right back.
Coming up Monday on the big show, guys, we are live at Minute Maid Park for the Astros home opener finally happening. We're setting up a VIP entrance for the big game for the big name A-listers. Lauren Kelly is going to be talking all about the beer too.
Oh, that's a fun topic. Plus, we're packing up the prize wheel right now, literally right now, and we are bringing it with us. KPRC will spin it 10 times. So be sure you're one of our KPRC2 insiders for your chance to spin and win some really great prizes like Astros tickets, a VIP tour, and some autographs.
Oh, we can't win any of that.
Oh,
I know,
okay, never mind.
but the insiders can, and they're good stuff too. Well, it was great to see you. I hope your dinner party is lovely tonight. Have a lovely Passover weekend.
And Easter as well to all.
And we'll see you again soon, friend.
We'll see you soon.
Courtney and Courtney taking care of business today, guys. We're going to send it over to Keith and Christine now.
There is so much beauty in that screen right there. You too.
What?
It's so nice to see you.